What is up? We are your Colorado real estate family, and today we're going to be bringing you a city outside of Boulder. Whether or not it's the best one is up to you.
All right, let's go. If you're new to our channel, Chelsea and Pete here, and if you're interested in moving to Colorado, Denver, or any of the surrounding cities, we're the couple that you need to know. So do yourself a favor, hit the subscribe button and the notification bell down below. We put out 2 videos a week.
And guys, along those lines, if you are planning on moving into Colorado, looking to buy some of that real estate, we're your real estate experts that you also need to know. Licensed real estate agent right here, helping out with all your real estate needs. We're helping out so many people just like yourself. So go ahead and we're going to throw that phone number below right there. Give us a ring. Do not hesitate in reaching out. All right, cool. So we're going to break into this. For those of you who follow us quite a bit, you might have realized that we were on a bit of a hiatus this last week. We were actually putting together a new Airbnb that we just purchased, got ready to convert it over, and so we weren't really able to record. And along those lines, we're thinking about maybe start another YouTube channel about Airbnbs. If you think that'd be a great idea, throw us a comment down below. It's something that we love to do outside of real estate. Another thing that we also learned this last week is that our son might be picking up on the YouTuberness a little bit.
He's a natural.
He might be a little bit of a natural. He wanted to get on camera. If you hang out to the end of this video, usually we do our bloopers. We're going to throw him in doing his little debut on YouTube for the first time, I guess.
Yeah.
So.
Okay, so we haven't even told you what city we're talking about, but today we're going to be talking about Longmont, and there is a lot of things to say about Longmont. But first, let's talk about where it's located. So Longmont is northeast of Boulder, and it's about 14 miles and about 30-minute drive from here over to Boulder, but one of the largest cities closest to it. There are a lot of other surrounding cities, but today we're going to be talking about one of the biggest surrounding cities. It is about 50 minutes over to Fort Collins, so you'd go north to Fort Collins, taking I-25, or you can hop down to Denver in about 45 minutes.
So it's actually, I wouldn't say it's centralized to Fort Collins or Denver or even Boulder. It's closer to Boulder, obviously, but it's not a bad commute. You know, if you are working down in Denver, that's not too bad. Of course, these times that we're telling you right now are without traffic, so traffic might change that quite a bit depending on what's going on that day. It's pretty central to all these major cities that we talk about often. So it's kind of good to know that, you know, if you want to commute to one of them, that they're right there.
Yeah, the other good thing that we're seeing a lot of our clients moving in from out of state is that they don't have to go in the office every day. So maybe they are, you know, their office is out of Denver or is out of Fort Collins or Boulder, that being able to be right here and only make the commute once or twice a week or maybe once or twice a month, all the cities within, you know, 30 to 45 minute drive. So
all right, cool. So number 2 that we're going to cover is how big is Longmont really? And like I said, Chelsea already mentioned that it is the largest city outside of Boulder. You're looking at a population just over 100,000, so I think it's like right around 101, which is actually up 2.55% since 2020. It's not the fastest city outside of Boulder. That would be Louisville. Louisville's got it by just a tiny little margin, and Louisville's growing up like crazy as well too. But it is growing fast, and it's something that we're seeing often where people don't want to spend those price points living in Boulder. They'll most likely come over here to Longmont.
Yeah, and not only that, but some of those smaller cities that are surrounding Boulder are also being reflected in the price point. So stick around, because we're going to be talking about what Longmont's price point is and why it still might be worth investigating even if you're trying to be in one of those smaller cities.
All right, cool. So now we're going to break into the fun stuff. What is there to do, or I guess what is Longmont really known for?
Okay, so this one is a no-brainer. It's actually known for its downtown, so it's Longmont downtown. So we actually love coming up here, especially for date nights. We've been up here. There is a theater on Main Street. There's actually 2 theaters. One's a dinner theater, and the other one's the theater company. But they have a lot of the locals, and a friend that I used to work with, he was in these plays, and they are the best, like Ebenezer Scrooge during Christmas time. And I mean, it's such a small theater that it really, I don't know, you just like really feel that whole community of Longmont, everybody getting together and supporting each other. And these people know each other, they're friends, they're neighbors, you know, and it's just a very tight-knit community. It's a great date night. You can pick up, go to one of the breweries, or you can go to one of the wonderful restaurants on Main Street and make a really great date night out of it. But it's just, it's a little magical down here. experience.
Yeah, I agree for sure. And one thing that we've noticed too, and Longmont like caters to this so well, is when we travel out of state, guys, and we're sitting here trying to find like Chelsea over here, she likes gluten-free and all this stuff like that. Me, I can pretty much eat anything for the most part when I'm not doing keto, I guess. But,
I was going to say, he eats keto a lot, so.
But, I mean, like I said, they're great about catering and stuff like that. We were in a state this one time, and we ordered up a meal, and we're like, hey, we want our burgers on lettuce. I was doing keto, so I said no fries. They brought us out bread, and we're like, oh, actually, we don't do bread. And they just thought we were the craziest people ever. So if you're somewhere like Longmont, say you're vegan, say you're vegetarian, all these restaurants do a great job of catering to that. And along those lines, too, like when we help clients who are looking at moving into Longmont, usually we'll go over to the Roost. I love the Roost. They have a great burger option over there that I personally like, but also at the same time, they do cater to those special diets.
Yeah, and guys, with this traveling, like Peter had talked about, like we just didn't realize how accommodating Colorado as a whole, and then you get into these, you know, smaller cities that have these little downtowns, and we start to see some of those really awesome local restaurants, and they go over and beyond to make sure that there's something for everybody, and it's quite the experience. And like, I know Coloradans are foodies, I just didn't realize how much until we started traveling, and especially when we start running into the South. And okay, don't get me wrong, I love my fair share of some fried food, okay? Like, I will get down on some fried food. But if I did that all the time, my body wouldn't be very happy. So it is really nice having so many options. And a lot of our clients that come in, they're like, oh my gosh, there's just all these different diets. Like, I don't even have to take anything off. Like, it's literally made by the menu, and it has little details on every little item as to which diet it accommodates. So.
Yeah, we had a client that came in a couple weeks ago, and they were mentioning how where they're at currently, they have to travel 20 minutes to find a place that'll cater to vegans. And she's like, man, in Colorado, I seriously have 5 options within a 2-mile radius. So it's super cool that they do that. Longmont is super great about doing that as well too. And that's actually a great segue into our next topic we're going to talk about, and we're going to be talking about the breweries.
So for all of you who are not gluten-free and you love the beer, which Colorado is also really known for, is like all the different areas with all their breweries. Got a lot of breweries to talk about.
Oh yeah, for sure. And Longmont is actually like one of the craft brew hubs in Colorado. You have a few. You have Fort Collins, Boulder.
Lawn guys.
Oh.
Sorry.
I was like, what are you looking at? This. We went a good long time without lawn guys, and this video and I think our Avada video is when they came in and they finally decided to bother us. We were overdue, right?
We were overdue. One of you were like, they just follow you around. I'm like, maybe.
Colorado is known for a lot of its breweries, and Longmont is one of those hubs that a lot of those breweries, some super well known, one of them being Left Hand Brewery.
Yeah, so Left Hand Brewery, guys, it has an awesome outdoor beer garden. So if you're not familiar like with a beer garden, I hope you can hear me over these awesome, there's so many beautiful kids out here at this park. We're at this park that has like a choo-choo train. I have a 3-year-old. A train park. A choo-choo train. A train park. So if you hear all these kiddos, it's because it's a really active park. Okay, so they have an outdoor beer garden. If you're not familiar with what that looks like, it's like games outside. It's like the whole thing is like, some of it's covered, some of it's not, depending on where you're at. And it has like games outside. It has live music. Like, it's really designed to just get people together and really cultivate that like brewery like scene, which is like a thing. It's a thing. So even though we don't drink beer, we still sometimes go to these breweries, especially with our clients who really love breweries. So we do love that whole theme, but it is awesome.
Well, and then I also had to call our partner Elena. She is like a beer connoisseur.
Yes,
so I called her. I was like, hey, what's your favorite breweries here in Longmont? And one of them she mentioned was Outworld, which it's pretty cool. They incorporated this like sci-fi / fantasy theme into the brewery. So if that's something that you're really into, if like you're a huge Star Wars fan or something like that, might be a great brewery you want to check out. And then another brewery that she said that she really liked was Collision Brewing. Like I mentioned, there is so many breweries here, so we're just barely scratching the surface. If breweries is your thing, definitely come to Colorado and check out this downtown Longmont area.
Yeah, I mean, even if you just go one block off, you're gonna have breweries. You go the other block off, you have breweries, and then all down Main Street. So it's definitely, you gotta go check them out. Okay, so circling it back around, I told you we were in a park. We're actually in Collier Park right now, which is just right off of Main Street with, like I said, the Choo Choo Park, but it's really cute. And they have a ton of parks. The last time we did a Longmont video, we actually recorded in a park because the parks are beautiful here. If you haven't checked out that Longmont video, go check it out. But I
had to stare down with a squirrel.
I was gonna say, I think we had a squirrel encounter.
Yeah, I don't see any squirrels now. He must have told his friends, don't mess with that guy.
It's fall time, guys. It's getting cooler. But these parks here, there is 1,500 acres of parks in Longmont and open space.
Yep.
And so a lot, like you'll go through a neighborhood and then you'll turn the corner and there'll be this big lot, beautiful lot of just grass for days, and then a little park in the middle and
Yep.
benches. Earlier when we got down here, there was this couple having a picnic,
Yep.
and there was this lady with her
Well, not
dog.
that, they were
and
doing a picnic and they were painting canvas photos.
they were.
They're
It was
like,
so
yeah,
cool.
yeah.
And so much space. I mean, it's all grass around us. And like, so you could just play with your kids. You can have them run around. You could throw a frisbee or whatever. So there's a ton of space for you to go out, get outside, and they have all these gorgeous mature trees. That's one thing about Longmont. It's so pretty because it has so many trees.
Yeah, it does. And so if you are wanting to get in that outdoor, like that mountain lifestyle, we are right on the Front Range here in Longmont. And so if you want to go to Rocky Mountain National Park, quick drive. Roosevelt National Park, quick drive. St. Vrain River, say if you're into like rafting, fly fishing, anything in river life, you could go over to St. Vrain. It does kind of run through Longmont as well too, but if you want to do the serious stuff that a lot of people do with like that whitewater, or I guess I don't even know if it's whitewater, just rafting in general, you go up to St. Vrain and do all that stuff too. I've always wanted to fly fish. I've never. I feel like it's one of those things. I watched that. What's that? Where the river runs through it, or wherever, you know, with Brad Pitt. Is it Brad Pitt? No, I don't know.
What are they fighting on? What? What are they fighting on? Louder!
Anyways, it's like I watched that movie. I was like, I want to learn how to fly fish. It looks pretty peaceful. So
You should add it to your list. That and he wants to be a pilot.
And I want to be a pilot.
And a pilot.
Yep.
Okay. Here in Colorado, you can do them both. Come on down. No. Okay. All right. What's next? Probably the most important thing that you guys want to know is, what is it like to actually purchase a home here in Longmont? Let's talk about real estate.
Real estate. Oh, that's my expertise.
That's you. Cue in, Peter.
All right, cool. So if we mix everything together, we're talking about your multifamily and your single family, all conglomerate. I'm a little rusty. I'm not gonna lie to that. We got conglomerate of the two. I don't even know if that's the right word I'm using, but you're looking at a median sales price of $537 as of August. Now, over the last 3 months, that's actually down. We're kind of seeing this. The market's softening a little bit. Over the last 3 months, it's down 4.37%. So, I mean, we're kind of seeing this, guys. The market's softening a little bit. We are running into that, but at the same time, people who are moving into Colorado, we are having a blast because now we're not competing against 20 other buyers. We're getting most of the time on the first offer, not competing offers. We're getting offers in below list price. So if you are planning on moving into Longmont or even Colorado, right now might be a great time. I know those interest rates hurt a little bit, but if you are looking at making that move right now, it might be a great time if you don't want to compete with other buyers.
Well, not only that, guys, but we don't really know what interest rates are going to do. You know, we talked about this on our last video with Arvada, and you know that we don't have a globe. We're not even trying to say that we do, but you know, we try to follow the trends for you guys. We try to kind of poke around and see what everyone's hearing. We are expected to see that go up a little bit. So if you're thinking about moving here in the springtime, which typically, you know, is kind of a higher season for us, it gets more competitive. It gets warmer, so everyone gets excited. School's out, all the things. The time might be now. So if you do have flexibility in your life and you are trying to not compete, or you do have some very specific things that you're looking for, it's timing is everything. So reach out to us, let us know. I mean, we have a lot of people right now who are very satisfied with what they're able to do. Lots of clients coming in from out of state being like, oh my gosh, like we got under, I thought I was gonna have to make multiple trips. Like we've got several of you guys under contracts really quick because we were able to find what you want because the inventory's up a little bit. I mean, we're just seeing some good things for buyers.
We are, for sure. And I'm actually, so I'm gonna break it down a little bit further for you. So single family homes, median sales price, you're looking at $580. Okay, so that's the biggest driving factor of why that $573 is where it's at. If you're looking at multifamily, so we're talking about townhouses, condos, row homes, you're looking at a median sales price of $407. Huge gap right there. You're looking at $580 to $407. So almost a $200,000 gap between single family and multifamily.
So, I mean, okay. We talked a little bit earlier about Louisville and Superior and all of that. Louisville, Superior, Lafayette.
Oh, we didn't bring in Lafayette.
But still,
Lafayette's in there. It's in there.
Still, those are kind of some of the desired. When people say cities outside of Boulder, those are some of the things that we hear the most. Okay, if we were to run numbers, which we know because we run them often, they're around 800 for Louisville for median sales price, and so 800 to this, like what, under 600,000?
Yeah, 573.
Is it worth a little bit more of a drive, or going to a larger city like Longmont and still being within a 30-minute drive to Boulder? That's up to you guys. So that's kind of what this whole video is about. Like, is this the best city for you? Like, if you're trying to get more bang for your buck, I would say it's pretty easy to compare, you know, between 800,000 and 600,000 or below, that this might be the better option for that. So.
Yep. All right, cool guys. Well, you hung out all the way till the end. Are you guys ready? Are you ready for our son's debut on YouTube?
Oh my gosh, Kingston, man.
I'm a little
Watch
nervous.
out.
I'm not gonna lie. Like putting your, I've always been about like not too much exposure to the kids, but at the same time, it's like, man, let's show off his talent a little bit, right? So if you stuck around this long, stick around a little bit longer right after we're done with this and check him out. I think it's like a minute to 2 minutes long. Yeah, he's great at, if he's a dishwasher salesman, he's got it. So, we're gonna throw that phone number below one more time right there. So if you are looking at purchasing real estate in Colorado, more specifically today, Longmont, give us a ring. You're gonna get Chelsea, not me.
Yes.
Chelsea
Usually me.
Yeah, it's usually not me. I'm usually out showing you guys. He's usually the one helping you out on the other end. So until next time, we love you. Bye.
Bye.
Okay, hi there. We're about to buy that thing over there. It's another one because it's broken over there.
Okay, let's see. I'll switch it around.
That thing over there, it's gray. And so
What's that called? What's it called?
I don't know.
Hot water heater.
Hot water heater, and now we just have to buy one of those.
Okay, show us what it is.
It's a dishwasher, and this one's right here.
All right, why don't you give us a little tutorial of it? Open the door and show us the racks. Oh yeah, you think it'll be good?
Yeah, and also this closes.
Oh yeah, I like it.
And so there's a happy face on the end.
Oh, it's a happy face. You know, you don't want to buy a dishwasher if it doesn't have a happy face, huh?
Yeah. The cupcake what?
That's a cupcake pan.
The cupcake pan.
Does that make you want cupcakes? I can see in the cupcake pan on there.
And but it's the one with the cupcake pan right here. And that's good.
That's good.
What do you want to say to that?
It just sucks that we have to do this, but we run into stuff like this all the time, huh?
Yeah. And guess what? Last time I captured one of these, right?
Yeah.
So we just wanted to say that the thing over there, I just captured it, and Dada said, "Good job capturing it."
Yeah, exactly. Good job, dude.
Okay.